Millie Bobby Brown is an 18-year-old film star known primarily for her role as Eleven in Netflix series Stranger Things. She's a new actress in the scene, and while her rise to fame is a remarkable one, the sacrifices her family made along the way were just extraordinary. Millie's parents sold everything to move to Hollywood, all to fulfill her dreams. It was very hard, but it was worth it. Today, she's worth an estimated $10 million. While the average 18-year-old would go ahead and lavish money on expensive purses, clothes, bags, and shoes, Millie has been quite smart with her money. She has built an entire makeup empire named Florence by Mills, which has an estimated revenue of $1.7 million per year. Building a makeup empire at the age of just 18 is not exactly something that's easy to do. So, how did Millie, an 18-year-old film star, build an entire empire all from nothing? Millie's story starts in Marbella, Spain in the year 2004. From a young age, she was involved in many school plays, showing her early interest in acting, so she enrolled in a weekend stage school. It was acting, dancing, and singing for 4 hours every Saturday. These were the formative stages of her career. One day, there was a showcase at the stage show. Millie performed incredibly well, and an agent expressed interest in representing her, but there was just one problem. The agent advised Millie's family to move to Hollywood, but they didn't know anyone there. It was a big risk, but the family moved west in an extraordinary act of faith. Millie was just 9 when she secured one of her first TV roles, as Alice in the drama Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. She then landed parts in American TV series NCIS, Modern Family, and Grey's Anatomy. But the big break was always out of reach. Things were initially tough for Millie, so tough in fact that her manager, Melanie Green, would lend her family money to help them survive. It was tears, tears, tears. "We went through tough times," Millie said. In 2015, the family ran out of money and they needed to survive somehow. Since they had no relatives in Hollywood, they had to move to the UK to stay with a relative. While back in England, Millie hit her lowest of lows when she went for an audition. She thought she had blown the audition out of the park, only to be surprised afterwards when the casting agent told her she was too mature and grown up. This statement broke Millie's heart and she cried her eyes out. She had almost lost all hope until later that day when she was invited to another audition. It was the audition for the cast of Stranger Things. During that audition, there was a segment where she was required to cry, and she just let it all out. She cried so much because her emotions were so raw, as that was what she was feeling at the time. She nailed the audition, and this was the turning point in her career, but she didn't know it at the time. Within weeks, her family was on a plane back to America, the same country they had to leave when times were hard. Millie filmed Stranger Things in Atlanta, Georgia, and went on to change her life forever. Her portrayal of Seven received widespread accolade, and she was nominated for numerous awards as a result. Stranger Things was a runaway hit, notching up an astonishing 8.2 million views in its first week after its release in 2016. For Millie, however, it was a stepping stone to a magnificent career. Since then, she has appeared in 2 Godzilla movies, King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong, as well as playing Sherlock Holmes' younger sister in the 2020 film Enola Holmes. She also appeared in the music video for Sigma and Birdie's single Find Me, and had cameos in commercial advertisements for Citigroup. Millie made her modeling debut in Calvin Klein's By Appointment campaign. The following month, she was signed to the agency IMG Models. Despite all the highs in her careers, she did have some dreadful lows. Her shortcomings didn't come so much from her career, it came mostly from being a girl and understanding she can't be good at everything. While it might look from the outside that Millie, the fashion icon, the Gen Z model, is good at everything she turns her hand to, she admits that growing up in the public eye has not been a smooth road. She once revealed that bullies had forced her to move primary schools while living in the UK. It created a lot of anxiety and issues that she still deals with today. She has dealt with these situations both in real life and online that are soul-breaking, and Millie has stated that it generally hurts her reading some of the things people have said. In 2018, she left Twitter after trolls photoshopped her into homophobic memes. When she turned 16 in 2020, she revealed that she had been sexualized and insulted as a child star.
It's gross and it's true. And so I think it's just a very good representation of what's going on in the world and how young girls are sexualized.
She said, "There are moments I get frustrated from the inaccuracy and inappropriate comments, sexualization, and unnecessary insults that ultimately have resulted in pain and insecurity for me." American TikTok star Hunter Echo claimed during an Instagram Live that he groomed Millie when he was 20 and she was just 16, and that he lived in her house for 8 months. Millie responded by calling his remarks offensive and hateful. and said she was taking action against him. One of her biggest investments today is in her makeup brand, Florence by Mills, which was credited to her grandmother, Florence, who instilled the qualities in her to express herself. To commemorate her, the actress named the brand after her grandmother's first, Florence, and added Mills, which is her nickname. She initially started the brand because she didn't know anything about the beauty industry and wanted to learn as much as she could. Florence by Mills is a makeup brand made for Gen Z by a member of Gen Z. While there is a large market for skincare products that care for adults, very few skincare lines offer products to customers in their late teens or early 20s. Florence by Mills found its target audience in Gen Z, people below the age of 24 producing beauty products that everyone can use. The idea of the brand came to her in 2017 while she was doing her makeup on a plane. She always found comfort in doing makeup, the idea of creating different versions of herself, but she didn't like how the makeup made her feel. Everything was anti-aging and she didn't want that. All she wanted was to take care of her skin as a young person. A 15-year-old may not be too concerned with preventing fine lines, but they do want to wash their face with quality ingredients, and Florence by Mills was going to address that. She started sketching stuff and writing ideas down, and by the end of the plane journey, she had a whole idea. Millie called a bunch of different people and Florence by Mills was created. It was a makeup brand that contained quality ingredients that are not tested on animals and are relatively affordable. Not one of their products costs more than $34, and it's free of synthetic fragrances. Unlike many other teen-targeted brands out there, Florence by Mills isn't pushing a variety of acne-fighting products. The brand became one of the most valuable and influential businesses of 2019 upon release, and is currently competing with established beauty companies. In 2018, Millie Bobby Brown became the youngest ever Goodwill ambassador for UNICEF. She is someone who speaks about human rights and justice, and her products do the same. Every item sold at Florence by Mills is cruelty-free and PETA certified, ensuring all products are vegan. While Florence by Mills serves vegan and cruelty-free products, the priority is to provide clean and healthy makeup for all skin types. Florence by Mills has accomplished that feat as all the products sold by the company have no sulfates or parabens, but contain vitamins, botanicals, and antioxidants. All their products apply to every skin type. Florence is also a proud supporter of the Olivia Hope Foundation, created to honor Millie's friend Olivia Hope LaRusso, who passed away after a 15-month battle with acute myeloid leukemia. The foundation is on a mission to end childhood cancer and prevent the suffering of sick children so they can lead happy and healthy lives. Florence by Mills is somewhere that people can come to from all over the world. The inspiration for the brand came from Millie's grandmother, who loves to express herself a lot, a trait Millie also sees in herself. Millie's story is one of a child who believed in her dreams and went after it. She came from crying over what food her family would eat next to building a massive makeup empire.